Okay, so this will be my third and final deck profile for the day. It's going to be my E-Brigade, which is Edamon and E-Brigade build. This deck is really weird, but it's very fun to play. So starting off with the eggs, we are running 2 copies of Sumimon. During your turn, when you have another Digimon in play with the same name as this, this Digimon gets +2. With the amount of Commandramon we're running, this will be a very good effect. And we're also running 3 copies of Missymon. While it has E-Brigade in its type, it gets +1000. Not quite as good as Sumimon. I couldn't find 2 more copies of Sumimon. So the ideal is run 4 of these, one of these. But that's what I've currently got. Okay, next up for the rookies, we've got quite a lot of these. There are 20 rookies in this deck. So 2/5 of the deck is rookies, 40%. And we're opening with 4 copies of Commandramon. This is a 2 cost to play, 3000 vanilla. Following up those Commandramon is 4 copies of Commandramon. It's a 3 cost to play, 1000 on deletion, maybe top 3, and then you can play a Commandramon from among them without paying its memory cost. So it's quite a solid recovery option. Following those Commandramon, we have 4 copies of Commandramon. This is a 4 cost to play, 5000, so it's quite a big rookie. But it's good for some attack power. This is from the Black Starter deck. And finally, following those Commandramon is 4 copies of Commandramon. This is a 4 cost to play, 2000 blocker. So it's a solid option as a blocker, although the deck does run other blockers, so it's probably not going to be your main one. And finally, for the rookie that is not Commandramon, we are running 4 copies of Hagurumon from the Classic Collection. You can trash 1 Digimon card with Machine or Cyborg in its traits to draw 2. That includes all of the Commandramon and Metal Edamon. So there's quite a lot in this deck that you can trash for this effect, and you also want to have Digimon in the trash. So it's quite a solid option for some draw power as well as filling up your graveyard, so I'm running 4 of those. For our champions, we are running 4 copies of Sealstramon. This is just a 6k blocker, but it also has Cyborg and E-Brigade in its traits, so it can combo off with Darktramon. You can also send it as Hagurumon fodder. That's pretty solid. And the other blocker, 2 copies of Mechanorimon. Maybe bump this up to 3. Not 100% certain, but this is probably one of the best blockers the game has to offer right now. It's a 4 cost, it costs 3 to digivolve, so you'll probably not be digivolving up into this. It's 6k, it can't attack, and whenever it deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, you get down suspended. Which won't happen very much. Essentially, this is just deter your opponent from attacking with their smaller things. So, it's a solid blocker option. For our ultimates, we are running 4 copies of Edamon. This is a 6k blocker, and on deletion you get to reveal the top 5 of your cards, and you can play a level 6 Digimon with Edamon and its name from among them without paying its memory cost. So it's pretty good. Whenever it gets deleted, you can go into an Edamon, or a Metal Edamon as level 6. So clear out of security, this dies, go into something bigger. And we've also got 4 copies of the Edamon from the Classic Collection. Whenever it digivolves a new Digimon with Edamon in its name, reduces the Digivolution cost by 1. So it's quite good for going and do your Metal Edamon, and also has the inherited effect. While it has Edamon in its name, it gains jamming. I don't think there's too much in black with jamming, so that's quite a solid effect. For our Megas, we are running 3 copies of Darktramon. This is a 13 cost to play, technically. It's an 11,000 rush, and on play you get to return up to 5 Digimon cards with E-Brigade and their types from the trash to the top of your deck in any order, and for each one gain 2 memories. So effectively, by the time you've dropped this, it'll be a 3 cost to play, 11,000 rush. It's a very good card. We're also running 3 copies of Metal Edamon. During your turn, it's unblockable, and during the opponent's turn, it gains +2000 DP. Bit of a weird one, but it's got Edamon in the name. You can also swing unblockable jamming if you set it up right, so it's pretty good. And 3 copies of Metal Edamon from the Classic Collection. says your turn, but it's been errated to say the opponent's turn. For each Digimon card with Edamon in its name in your trash, it gains plus 1000 DP. And when it's deleted, you get to de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. For our level 7s, we are running 2 copies of Omnimon's Wart. This is pretty good. When Digivolving, you trash your top 3 cards of your deck, and you can play up to 2 black or purple Digimon with play costs of 8 or less, so that includes your Edamons. You can maybe even bring back E-Brigades if you need to, but you're going to want to bring back your Edamons with this. And when attacking, you can bounce at level 6 in its sources to your hand to delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with a play cost of 12 or less, so it's quite good removal as well. Lastly, for Tamers, we don't run any options in this deck. We are running 2 copies of Analog Youth. This is a very good card. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a Digimon from among them to your hand, and trash the rest. In a deck that wants to set up the trash, it's pretty good. It also has the effect whenever one of your level 5 or higher Digimon is deleted, you can suspend it, gain a memory, and hatch an egg. Can't really complain. And lastly, 3 copies of Izzy. He's a memory fixer, so if you've less than 3, you go to 3. And whenever he's played, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If they're all black, gain a memory. So that is pretty much everything in the deck, apart from the Analog Youths and the Omnimon's Warts. So less than 10% of the deck isn't black. So this will usually get you the memory, but not always. So yes, that's the deck list for E-Brigade. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching.